ये वीडियो ओरिजिनली इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में है। हिंदी में देखने के लिए सेटिंग्स में जाकर इंग्लिश ऑडियो चुनें।
Do you also feel that even though your closet is full of clothes, every morning it still feels like I have nothing to wear? You organize your clothes, fold them neatly, buy new boxes and organizers, but within a few days, the closet becomes messy all over again. If this sounds familiar, then this video is for you. Namaskar and welcome to Simplify Your Space. Today we'll talk about why closet organization keeps failing again and again and how you can actually make your closet simple, clear and sustainable in the long run. So let's get started. Let's start with part 1. Why does your closet organization fail? If your closet keeps getting messy again and again, it does not mean that you don't know how to organize. Most of the time, the problem is not organization at all. The real issue is having more clothes than your closet can actually handle. Honestly, think about it. Maybe you own more clothes than your closet has the capacity for. In that situation, no matter how neatly you fold your clothes or how many boxes and organizers you use, the closet will still look full and unmanageable. Most of us wear only 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. But instead of giving priority and space to that 20%, we end up giving more space to the remaining 80% of clothes that we don't even wear. And that's exactly why closets keep overflowing. Clothes pile up on the shelves and still we feel like we have nothing to wear. So why does this keep happening? One of the biggest reasons behind this is fast fashion. Fast fashion makes us feel that we need new clothes again and again. Trends change so quickly that the clothes we buy today start feeling outdated after some time. The clothes are not damaged, the fitting is still fine, but we stop wearing them anyway. These unused clothes then sit in our closet for years, occupying our precious space. If you also find yourself shopping very often and want to break this habit, I want to share a few useful tips and habits with you. The first and most important tip is to turn off notifications from all shopping apps. Most impulse shopping happens because of those sale is live notifications. Open these apps only when you genuinely need something, not just to browse. The next important tip is a mindset shift. Spend on quality, not quantity. Good quality clothes may be fewer in number, but they last for years. They look better, don't get loose or damaged quickly, are more comfortable, and are much easier to maintain. Yes, they can be little costly, but they are truly worth every penny. Repeat clothes as much as you can. Nowadays, lot of people don't like to repeat clothes often. If a piece fits you well, feels comfortable and suits you, then what's the issue in repeating?
So try to repeat your clothes as much as possible.
If I share my own example, I repeat all my favorite and most comfortable clothes, and you can clearly see that in my video too. A minimal closet actually makes life much easier. When we have too many options, our decision-making capacity goes down. That's why despite having a full closet, mornings still feel stressful because we simply can't decide what to wear. One more thing to keep in mind, avoid going to malls just for time pass. Most unplanned shopping starts with we just went to have a look. You can make one simple but powerful rule for yourself. Take a resolution that for the next 3 to 5 months you will not buy any new clothes. Since it's a new year, this is a great resolution to start the year with. It will not only save your money but also free up a lot of space in your closet. And honestly, when you shop after a long gap, the excitement is completely different. You feel much more excited and intentional about shopping. Another important rule is this: whenever you buy new clothes, purge the same number of old clothes from your closet. This helps maintain balance in your wardrobe and ensures that unnecessary clothes don't keep occupying your closet space. This one rule alone can completely transform your closet. Always remember, an organized closet is not created by organizers, but by mindful shopping. When you reduce first, organization automatically becomes simple, sustainable, and stress-free. Now comes the part 2. Don't start with organization, start with decluttering. What do we usually do? We directly jump into organization. Folding clothes, buying boxes, hangers and dividers. We bring everything. But the truth is, until you declutter, no amount of organization will work. Now the question is, how do we actually declutter? This is where many people get stuck because they don't know how to decide which clothes to let go of and which ones to keep. The best way to declutter is to first empty your entire wardrobe. Then make 3 groups. One for clothes you want to keep, the second for clothes you definitely don't want, and the third group for clothes you are confused about. Making the first and second group is usually very easy. We get stuck with the third group, the clothes we are unsure about. These are the pieces that we don't really want to keep, but we also don't feel like letting them go. And believe it or not, these confused clothes are the ones that take up almost 50% of your closet space. We keep telling ourselves that we will wear them someday, especially because we spend good money on them. But many times that someday never comes. Years pass and those clothes remain unused. So how do we purge clothes from that confused group? From this group, there will be some clothes that may just need little alteration. If you genuinely feel that you can get them altered and will actually wear them after that, then keep those pieces aside separately. Now while purging these clothes, there are a few important points we need to keep in mind. The first thing to understand is which clothes no longer fit into our current lifestyle. The clothes we wore 5 or 10 years ago may not work for us today, and that's completely normal. If I share my own example, there are clothes I could easily wear in my 30s that I can't wear in my 40s.
Because of changes in my age and weight, some clothes no longer suit me. There was a time when these clothes looked great on me, but at this stage of life, they don't make me feel comfortable or confident anymore. But most of the time, what happens is that we keep our favorite clothes from 10-15 years ago, thinking that maybe one day we will lose weight and start wearing them again. But honestly, most of the time that day never really comes. So any clothes that no longer suit us or have become too tight because of weight changes should be the first ones to leave our wardrobe. Some clothes need to be let go not because of anything else but comfort. For example, most people wear jeans or pants, but the type of jeans you feel comfortable in really matters.
In my case, if I wear low-waist jeans, I get a tummy bulge, which does not look good. And if I wear high-waist jeans, they may look great visually, but they make me feel very uncomfortable because my tummy feels pressed the entire time. Instead, I find elastic waist high-rise jeans much better because they don't press the tummy too much and feel far more comfortable. The same things happen with prints as well. Earlier, I loved busy and big prints, but now I feel much more comfortable in solids and small patterns. It's the same with nightwear too. These days, I can wear only cotton at night. Synthetic or mixed fabric just don't suit me anymore. Keeping such clothes does not really benefit me, so it's better to remove them. Many times we feel guilty thinking I bought these clothes for so much money, and because of that guilt, we force ourselves to keep them even when we don't wear them. Decluttering such clothes is not wrong at all. It simply shows that our body and our preferences change with time. Keeping these points in mind, remove as many clothes as you can from the confused pile. Now for the clothes that are still left and you are still not sure about, what should you do with them? In such situation, there is a very easy and practical method. For the clothes you are not sure about, hang them separately on one side of your wardrobe or place them on the front shelf where you can see them every day. Now every day pick one item from that side and wear it. If you feel good wearing it and it makes you feel comfortable and confident, then that piece can move to the must keep section. But if after some time it starts feeling uncomfortable, you feel like changing your clothes or you simply don't feel good wearing it, then it's time to let it go. Because clothes are meant to make us feel comfortable and confident, not force us to adjust. If you don't have the time to declutter your entire closet at once, that's absolutely okay. Just take out 5 to 10 minutes daily or weekly. Keep a bag or basket near your wardrobe and label it declutter or purge. Every day pick one piece of clothing that you have not worn for months or even years. Try it and ask yourself, does this make me feel good, comfortable and confident? If the answer is no, put it into the purge bag without any guilt. This way, within a few days, your closet will automatically feel lighter and cleaner. Always remember, clothes should fit into our life, not the other way around. Lastly, part 3, organizing comes last. Now when your closet has only those clothes left that you actually enjoy wearing and that make you feel comfortable and confident, this is when organizing comes in. Organizing does not mean making space for unnecessary clothes or neatly arranging things you don't even wear. Organizing means keeping the clothes you love and want to wear it in a way that they're easy to access every day. Everything stays well segregated, the closet looks neat and beautiful, and it does not get messy quickly. Honestly, if your closet has fewer clothes than its actual capacity, then even without organizers, it will still look neat and clean. Organizers simply help in keeping things more structured and easier to access. Ultimately, if your habits are right, your closet will stay organized on its own. While organizing your closet, you can use some good organizing tools. Let's first talk about clothes that need to be hung. Office wear or clothes that you wear frequently should always be hung. The clothes that are visible are easier to access and decision making becomes much faster. That's why for busy morning rush hours, hung clothes work best. Now let's talk about folded clothes. Keeping folded clothes in a file system works best because all the options are visible and easy to access. For this, you can use good sturdy baskets or drawers. Undergarments and socks often get mixed up, so to organize them properly, use section boxes or undergarment organizers. This keeps everything separate, clean and easy to access. It also saves a lot of time on a daily basis and makes the closet look much neater. Next comes occasional wear. Clothes that are not worn daily, like wedding outfits, function wear or festive wear, should be stored in a sari boxes. These boxes protect clothes from dust and humidity and also keep them separate from everyday wear. You can also make very good use of the closet door space. Fix a few hooks on the inside of the wardrobe door. You can hang scarves, dupattas or small bags here. I have already made many videos on closet organization for women, men and kids. You will find the links to all those videos in the description box. I have also created a list of my favorite good quality and helpful closet organizers on my Amazon storefront. You will find the link in the description box and on the I button. Always remember, declutter, organize, maintain is the only sustainable system. When your closet has only those things that you actually use, organizing becomes easier and maintaining it becomes effortless too. If you have watched this video till the end, then you must have understood by now that closet organization does not start with boxes or organizers, but with the right mindset. When we keep fewer clothes, but the right ones, the closet automatically becomes more manageable and stress-free. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe to Simplify Your Space for more videos like this. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, happy organizing from Simplify Your Space. Bye bye.